It was just another quiet night until someone knocked. Nobody visits this late, especially not on weekdays. When I opened it, a strange package waited. There was no sender name, no explanation either. Just a small black box with an Apple logo. My heart started racing before I even opened it. Slowly, I lifted the lid and froze instantly. Inside was the iPhone 18, months before launch. The phone wasn't even announced to the public, yet somehow it was sitting right in front. The next morning, curiosity completely took over me. I decided to bring it with me outside. Within minutes, people started noticing something unusual. A teenager stopped and asked about the phone. Another person pulled out their own iPhone. The crowd around me slowly kept getting bigger. Everyone kept asking the exact same question. How did you get that before everyone else? I smiled because nobody knew the real story. And the truth started 10 years earlier. 10 years ago, I made one decision differently. While friends spent money, I saved every dollar. It wasn't exciting, but I trusted the process. Every paycheck had a job before I earned it. Most people bought things. I bought ownership instead. My first Apple investment was only $500. That amount seemed huge to me back then. I checked the stock price almost every day. Sometimes it went up and felt incredible. Other times it crashed and felt terrible. A lot of people would have quit there, but I kept buying whenever prices dropped. I treated bad news like discounted opportunities. That mindset changed everything over the next decade. I picked up side jobs whenever possible. Weekends became opportunities instead of days off. Every extra dollar went directly into investments. The habit became automatic after a few years. Slowly, my Apple position started becoming meaningful. Then something unexpected started happening behind the scenes. One morning, I received an unusual email. At first, I assumed it was fake, but every detail looked completely legitimate. The sender was connected directly to Apple. Years of loyalty had finally been noticed. The invitation included access very few people received. There were strict rules attached to everything. No photos, no leaks, no public discussion. Most people never even hear about programs like this, and that was only the beginning. A month later, another message appeared unexpectedly. This time, it included a flight reservation, destination Cupertino, California. I knew exactly what that location meant. A week later, I was on the plane. The entire flight felt completely unreal. After landing, a private car was waiting. That was when reality finally hit me. This wasn't some ordinary investor event. Something much bigger was happening. Then I finally saw Apple Park in person. Pictures never showed how impressive it actually was. Security was tighter than any airport I'd seen. Every guest received a special identification badge. Inside, everyone seemed incredibly important. Some faces looked surprisingly familiar, yet nobody talked about what we would see. Everyone followed strict confidentiality rules. Hours later, we entered a private auditorium. The room became silent almost immediately. Then the presentation finally began. A covered object sat in the center. Nobody needed to guess what it was. The cover lifted, revealing the iPhone 18. The design looked even better in person. Everyone immediately pulled out notebooks and tablets. We weren't there to watch. We were evaluating. Every detail mattered before the official release. Apple wanted honest feedback from trusted investors, and that feedback would influence final decisions. Later that evening, something unexpected happened. An executive approached me during the event. He already knew my name somehow. That caught me completely off guard. Then he mentioned my investment history. Apparently they had been watching for years. Not because I was wealthy, but because I stayed committed for a decade. Consistency impressed them more than large amounts. That conversation changed everything I believed about success. A few days later, I returned home quietly. Life looked exactly the same on the surface, but something extraordinary was already on its way. 3 mornings later, the doorbell finally rang. I already knew what waited outside. The package looked identical to the prototype case, except this one had my name on it. Inside was the final iPhone 18 production model, months before anyone could officially buy one. That afternoon, I visited my favorite cafe. Within minutes, people started staring again. Someone asked if it was a movie prop. Another person thought it was completely fake. Nobody guessed the real reason behind it. The next day was even more entertaining. My coworkers noticed it before I said anything. Questions followed me through the entire day. Where did you buy it? How much? The funny part was their assumptions. Most believed money was the answer, but money alone wasn't the real reason. The truth began with patience, not wealth. Every investment represented trust earned over time. Every side job strengthened that relationship further. The phone was never actually the reward. The reward was being trusted before everyone else. Most people chase status symbols their entire lives. Few people build trust valuable enough to earn them. That's why the iPhone arrived before the launch. The phone wasn't the reward. The trust was.